Okay, so episode 11 of the ExFiles. I will just start off by saying that the reason why I haven't done this vlog in a while is because I'm in nursing school and life gets crazy, and I finally have the time now because, it's winter break and life finally just kind of calmed down. And yeah, so episode 11, the kid's name was Esteban. So I was in the 8th grade, 8th or 9th. Oh gosh. No, yeah. It was definitely the 8th grade. There's this kid, his name was Esteban. I think he was from Honduras, but it was while I was living in Ecuador. He was a gamer guy. I think he was the first gamer that I had a thing for, and as time goes on, you'll kind of figure out that I have a thing for gamers for some reason. I don't even know why. So, I don't even remember how I met this kid. He was in the same grade as me, and he was cute. You just look back at your life and you realize all the different people you had a crush on or dated or whatever, and you just wonder how was I so stupid? So I think one day he was really nice to me, and then I thought he was cute, so I ended up having a crush on him. The poor guy got stalked by me. I remember one time it was a harvest party at my school that we were putting on, and I remember going to the gym because that's where the whole festivities were. I was in the gym and he was working at one of the booths, and I was in the stands, and I was taking pictures of him, and he was wearing a brown Napoleon Dynamite shirt. I remember that. That's really sad. I just remember taking pictures of the poor kid, and if I look through my computer, I can probably find them. I probably took 20 pictures of the kid that day. Another story I can remember is one time him and his friends, they were leaving coins on the ground with leaves on top of them, and I went up and I grabbed a coin, and they just jumped up and they were like, "Stop, robber!" And yeah, another story is I remember that there was this chapel that we had because I went to a Christian school. I always have. I've always gone to a Christian school ever since I attended school. He was the exercise was to show was So for this particular chapel, the chapel speakers spread coins, pennies and nickels and dimes and half dollars all around the auditorium floor. And the point was to show us how little things build up into bigger things. It's a long story, but it's not important for right now. But I just remember on my hands and knees picking up coins because free money, and I was in 8th grade, and Esteban came up to me and he was like, "Stop, robber!" Or no. He went up to me and he's like, "Here, beggar, have some coins." And he was a really big douche about it. I remember this one time though, he made me cry because I had, what class was it? I had home ec with him, and the door was locked, and then we were trying to open the door, and then I said "Wow, the door's locked," and he looked at me and he was like, "No, duh, Captain Obvious." And then he made me cry. I literally went into the other room during the entire class period and cried because that was really mean. Just the way that he said it and the way that it came off. And I basically had a crush on this guy for a really long time, for a couple months at least. And my friends would make fun of him because his last name is... Oh, I can't tell that story because we're not revealing last names here, are we? But yeah, so he was really mean to me, as you can kind of see. Every time he saw me, he would scream and run away, which actually kind of made sense because I kind of stalked the kid. So that's not totally weird, but still. Oh, I remember one time he really needed money for food. And, at my school, you can easily get, a piece of pizza for $1. And so he was asking his friends, "Hey, can I have $1 or 50 cents or something?" And I was like, "Hey, I can give you $1. Yeah, let me give you $1. Let me give you $1. And I was trying to give him $1, but he wouldn't let me. Backtracking to the story of like when him and his friends were like hiding coins everywhere with leaves on top of them, I actually still have the half coin, the half dollar that I found on the floor. It's somewhere, I just need to find it. But yeah, after I left for Ecuador, I didn't talk to him at all, except I found him on Facebook when I used to have one, because I don't have Facebook at all. I found him on Facebook, and so we were talking, and we were just kind of chatting on there, and I was like, hey, I really want to apologize for being creepy back then. I'm sorry that I stalked you. I'm sorry that I did all that weird stuff, because I used to legitimately follow the kid around, and during class I would always try to talk to him, but he never wouldn't want to talk to me, and he was just like, go away. So yeah, I actually apologized to him, and I was like, I'm sorry for all the weird stuff that I did, and he wrote me back, it's okay, because at the time my parents were going through a divorce, and I ended up taking it out on you. So that was his reason for being mean to me. His parents were going through a divorce, and as a child of divorced parents, I understand what that's like. My parents got divorced when I was like in the 5th or 6th grade, so 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. But yeah, so I apologized, and he in turn apologized, and he was just like, hey, don't worry about it, because I treated you like shit because my parents were getting divorced. And it was kind of nice that he apologized. It sucks about his parents, but it was nice that he apologized. And then after I deleted my Facebook, I didn't hear from him. However, 1 or 2 years ago, I went back to Ecuador to visit my grandmother, and word got around that I was there, and I saw him. It was weird though, because my best friend at the time, Jenny, she didn't talk to him whatsoever. Like, none of us talked to him, except I tried to. But turns out that when I left Ecuador, they became really good friends, because he was friends with Jenny's current boyfriend, and we ended up hanging out. And it turns out that he is dating a girl. Well, he dated a girl, and they broke up, and he's still obsessed with that girl, from what I understand. I learned a couple things, like I apologized profusely again for my actions, and he was like, no, don't worry about it. Then I was like, I remember looking at him, I was like, it's really funny, because a couple years ago I didn't think I would ever be in the same room as you, just talking like this on Jenny's couch, just being friends. And then he was like, Kim, the thing is, I matured, and I grew up, and I grew out of it, and so did you. And that's a very good point, because who you are in middle school is completely different than who you are in college, and also who you are in college is probably going to be completely different than who you are when you're 30. Or at least I really hope so, because there's some people right now who are completely immature, and I pray that they mature, even though I shouldn't really be one to talk because I'm pretty immature. But anyways, yeah, so that was interesting. Another kind of random thing that I remembered was that he, at the time that I met him, he was Catholic, and he had I think it was like a St. Jude necklace, or St. Paul. It was one of the saints. He had one of those little saint medallions, and I went up to him and I was like, hey, what's that? And he showed it to me, and he explained what it was, and he's like, yeah, I usually don't show it to anyone because I'm Catholic and everyone here is Christian. The Catholic-Christian debate is a debate for another time, but I just remember feeling so special because he showed me and no one else. So yeah, but whatever. But now he's agnostic, and I'm glad that I never dated him. Sometimes, okay, I will admit that sometimes my judgment gets clouded, but I typically only want to date Christians, so yeah, just saying. But yeah, so that's Esteban's story. From what I know now, he's in Canada studying, I think. I don't know if he's studying, but I definitely know that he's in Canada right now. But yeah, so that's about it. I just remember every time he would see me, he would freak out and grunt and run away with his friends. And I remember that one of his friends at the time, his friend apologized to me, saying like, hey, I'm really sorry for all the stuff that we did. That was really mean. So yeah, that is episode 11. That was Esteban. Thank you for watching, even though like Jamie's probably one of the only people that watches this. So thank you, Jamie. So yeah, I'm gonna film another episode now. Bye.